Alphonso Davies to Liverpool. Could it be on the cards? Could it really happen? Could Liverpool be signing a new left back this winter? Also, it might not be until next summer due to the free transfer, etc. But let's discuss. We're going to discuss it today because it's all over the place on X, on the news outlets, on everywhere. Apparently, a couple of journalists they're quite reliable in times, have said he is happy and open to move from Bayern Munich to Liverpool. Now, I have only a few issues with that. Number one is the wage. The wages. If he's getting offered by Madrid are going to bulk up the wage, maybe even offer 250,000 a week. Will Liverpool match that? I don't know. We look at the contract situation with Liverpool with their 3-star players at the moment, and that weekly wage always seems to be an issue. The big reason I think Liverpool could potentially be interested, obviously you've got Kirky from Bournemouth they're interested in as well. The one reason I think is his pedigree. He is a winner. He is someone that can play potentially world class on his day. A fantastic left back. And I think that's a position Liverpool have struggled in. I think Liverpool are struggled with that position. I think Andy Robertson has shown the last couple of months that he has gone on the downward spiral. It looks like his time is starting to come to an end. He doesn't seem to, have that ability to play that high octane position for Liverpool at left back anymore. Tsimikas, of course, comes in. Tsimikas does really well. I don't think he's a first team starter. I don't think he's of that quality. I think he is a man that can make an impact off the bench, a bit similar to Divock Origi, something like that. I don't think he's a starter. Now, obviously, that is an issue for Liverpool because you look defensively, they are weak in numbers. An injury to Konate has really had to shuffle the backpack. They've had injuries to Trent this season. Luckily Van Dijk stayed fit. How would Alphonso Davies fit into the position for Liverpool? I think they'd fit in fantastically well. I think because Liverpool like to attack so much down the wings, whether that's through Diaz, through Salah, through Trent, or through Robinson at the moment, he would fit in so well. And I think he's used to, a team that has the ball a lot. Bayern Munich are one of them teams that like to keep the ball, like to keep possession. So he's used to that. And attacking down the left-hand side and the right-hand side, he's probably used to that due to the fact that, they do attack a lot down the wings, at Bayern Munich. The likes of Gnabry, the likes of Kingsley Coman and people like this. So I think he'll fit really well in. I do think he'd fit well in. I don't see any issue with him not fitting in. I think he'll take to the Premier League actually pretty well. I really do. I think he'll take on that position really, really well. And I can't see him, being in that position that he'd struggle. I don't think he would. The potential transfer fees, of course, there's not one. It would be a free transfer. He's stalled. Him and the agent apparently stalled the contract talks with Bayern Munich until the new year. Which, as soon as we get to the new year, that is when teams, people in the last 6 months of their contract, are allowed to speak to other clubs. That includes Alphonso Davies and a few Liverpool players, but you already know that story. This is about Davies to Liverpool, and it's one of them. It is one of them. Will he? Won't he? Apparently a meeting could take place in the next couple of weeks between Davies' agent and Liverpool. I don't see it happening just due to the fact of the wage. I'd be very surprised. It would catch me off guard. I'd like to see it happen. Of course I would. He's a fantastic player, and I think he'd fit that team like a glove. I think he'd fit into the system, really, really well. So there isn't really a transfer fee. I think he'd fit in the system. I think his performances have been quality. I think he does have them type of performances where he can be, like I said, world class. And then obviously going to the last point, we look at it and we look at between him and Robinson, the competition. I think for me, if you have Alphonso Davies, you have Andy Robertson in the team as well. I think Davies starts ahead of him. I think that is the stage we're at now. I think even Tsimikas is getting more starts than he used to now. I think slowly but surely, Andy, Andrew's a fantastic footballer. There's no doubt about that. He's one of the best fullbacks Liverpool's had at left back. To be really honest, he's one of the top 10 or top 15, something like this, assists in the Premier League and things like this. So he has been world class. He has won a lot at the club. Will it happen? Like I said, I don't think it will. I'd like it to catch me by surprise, because you don't, as if you're a Liverpool fan, you don't get many surprises. You kind of get the same old. Big players linked with the club, never happens. Don't sign anyone, then the excuses come, and it's just a cycle every single transfer window. And whether Liverpool do any business in January is slim. I think because we're so used to Klopp over the last 8 years, 9 years, that he hasn't really done anything in January, and I think that again, I don't think they will do much this January. But I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, especially if you're Liverpool, what you think of this rumor persisting around. Will he? Won't he? Will we move for him? Won't we move for him? I think it's a very logical move. I think it makes a lot of sense. If there's no transfer fee involved, they can cut down what the transfer would naturally cost. So I think, and that's something that FSG like to do. They like to seek opportunity. They like to buy on the cheap and things like that. So this fits that profile, and he's a very good player to do that. Let me know, guys, what you think. And remember, do subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.